Hello YouTube, this is Hunter Surge of the Brawler Cafe. We are on day 5, which means it is Pyrus time. Main character time, baby. Okay. So, not going to go over the basics of how this series works. If you want to know that, go check out the dual faction. In Alco's video, I go over everything there. Let's get into it. So starting off with the actions, we have Pyrus Scorch, which is another one of these clones of an old card with a new name. This is Fireball. Fireball has seen some use here and there, but like most of the deck types it would go in nowadays now has one of those enablers that is also a Fireball. Just like there's a bunch of creeped versions of Fireball, and you wouldn't really ever want to use this card anymore anyways. Pyrus Vortex, 3 cost for +5 damage, and it's rapid fire. This is a really bad rapid fire card. Like 3 cost for a rapid fire enabler is bad, and your rapid fire payoff being +5 damage is also really bad. So it's really bad on both counts. Giant Inferno is 2 cost for + double strike. This card is a bit notable for being at this time the lowest cost way of getting double strike, which can be pretty okay, but nothing like double strike really runs into the issue of, oh right, the more damage I gain, the more diminishing value there is, because the more likely my opponent is to hit a flip. And the moment my opponent hits that flip, all the extra damage in the world no longer matters. So you know, that's the whole thing. Pyrosana, this is 3 cost air 0. So it reveals the top card of your deck. You may play any non-flip cards revealed that way for free. And then it has the additional empower effect to return it to hand. So you're paying an additional energy for Air 0, which is already not good. But you can empower it to get it back to hand and be able to use it again. This is bad. This is trash. Don't run this card. This is the Pyrus card for this cycle. Lava Lash, 2 cost, and the Victor effect it gives is +4 energy, +4 temporary energy. This is honestly one of the worst versions of this, so no, do not run this. Molten Stomp, this is 4 cost, and each player discards their entire hand and draws 3 cards. Inferno Cannon, I believe it's called, is a much better version of this overall. Incendiary Flames, this is a pretty fun meme card, but it's nothing super viable. So it's 8 cost, and make a Pyrus attack equal to the damage rating of one of your Bakugan. You can do some amusing meme stuff with it, but it's nothing viable for a real deck, to be honest. But it is really funny. It is very, very funny. So if you have the opportunity to be really, really funny with this card, go for it, my dude. Magmaflow, 4 cost, +700B. I believe this is another one of these clone cards with a new name. It's not good. On to flips. Flame Jump is 3 cost, stomp Akos or Ventus and make a Pyrus attack for 3. Nope, this is not the Chaos version. This is not notable in any way. That is not a useful utility effect for 3 cost. And stopping only 2 factions for 3 cost is also not good. And then the Pyrus Flip Hero is the most expensive one. It's 6 cost, stop non-Pyrus of course, you put it into play, and it gives your Bakugan double strike. Not worth being 6 cost. The Rapid Fire Hero is Dragonoid Skater Supreme, 2 cost, rapid fire. The second rapid fire card you play this turn is free, and it makes the third rapid fire card you play each turn free as well. So basically it allows you to get 2 free rapid fire cards off each turn. This card is it's pretty cool. The main problem with it is that right now, and even with all the reveals from Fusion Force and Shields of Destroya, rapid fire does not have enough good cards to be like a dedicated strategy. And Dragonoid Skater Supreme is a card that needs rapid fire to be a dedicated strategy, because for this card to be worthwhile, you have to consistently have 3 rapid fire cards. Now the nice thing about this is that it's only 2. This is one of the only heroes in this set for one of these new keywords that's actually appropriately costed, because it's only 2, and like it's doing more than those other heroes are when you initially play it, because like it's acting as an enabler instantly. Like, and even if you play it for free off of Rapid Fire, you're still getting a free Rapid Fire card because its effect comes online. This is a good card. Rapid Fire as a whole is just not good enough to make it a viable deck, but this is a very good card. That would very much be a part of it when that eventually happens. Bakugan time. So first up we have Inferno Cannon, 2 cost plus 100B plus 2 damage. These are really lackluster stats for that energy count. No thank you. Magma Blaster, this is 3 cost plus double strike and gives plus 200B and 0 damage. Double strike isn't really that worthwhile for reasons we've already gone over. Okay, here's the really good Pyrus gear. Fire Launcher is 5 cost. When you play this, plus 4 energy, it gives plus 300B. This is really good. For one, it's a 5 cost, which is, there are certain cards that really care about you playing cards that are 5 cost or higher. There's Sync, of course, but then there's this stuff from H. Varolus, like Lupithion, Tuskard, Hail Suplex. So this enables those. It's energy gain, like it's basically a free gear. Like you play this on a gear reducing core and you gained 1 energy. You got plus 300B and you also gained an energy. And it can do really special shenanigans, and this is really important for any deck that's trying to abuse double core pickup core gear reduction, because you can play this turn 1 and then go into a 4 cost hero like Dan Kuzo. That is very, very powerful. Or you can do stupid stuff next set like Darkest Shadow, but if you do that, we can no longer be friends. That's just the reality. Rocket Bracers, 4 cost. When you play this, make a Pyrus attack for 1 damage, plus 100B, plus 3 damage. The Pyrus attack, the burn effect is like absolutely nothing. Yeah, and otherwise it's just Baku Threshers, I believe, is the Aquos gear. Yeah, not worthwhile. Rage Mask, 5 cost, plus 400B, plus 4 damage. Empower to do a Pyrus attack for 5 damage. Empower doesn't have enough of a burn focus to make it into any sort of win con. So it stays in the category of bad Empower effects. Pyro Hammer, 6 cost, plus 100B, plus 12 damage. This is way too expensive for just a damage boost. If I wanted damage boosting gear, I know I said I wouldn't run it, but like Magma Blaster would be better for that. Like double strike, my boy. Alright, and with that said, on to the character cards. First up, we have Pyrus Centipod, 604, double orange shield, so capping at 1,000. No thank you. Pyrus Dragonoid Core. This has an Evo. So this is double Green Fist, 404, and gets plus 6 damage. So on a Green Fist, it's hitting like 12, 13 damage, which is really, really large. This is what I meant when the 10 damage boys aren't really necessarily something you'd want to go for, because like Pyrus Dragonoid Core is hitting like very similar damage numbers. And it has better beat power if you care about that. Like it's unlikely to be relevant, but do keep in mind. And its Evo is a diamond, 6 cost, 1406 on a Green Fist, gets plus 20 damage. So this isn't a super notable Evo, but we're going to be talking about Pyrus Chalk's Core later, and in comparison, this Bakugan Plus Evo is a billion times better than that Bakugan Plus Evo. Just I would just keep that in your mind. Just keep that at the back of your mind. Pyrus Dragonoid Ultra. This is 902 with Flame Fist and Orange Shield. So this is the highest base beat power in the game at the time of its release. There's a fancy little video game exclusive $60 Bakugan that's going to be even higher. But for now, this is the highest printed beat power. Now, while it doesn't come with a Helix or Magic Shield, you can borrow a Helix or Magic Shield from another member on your team, or just steal it from your opponent's side of the board. And if you do that, well, this becomes 1550. And even if you don't, it's still 1300. While not impressive for most factions, Pyrus has not gotten a 1450 Bakugan. So their best base form right now only hits 1350. So considering this can get much higher, and with its shield is only hitting 50 less, like this just becomes the de facto Pyrus Bakugan. It's Evo, it does have an Evo, it's completely irrelevant, not worth talking about, but let's talk about it anyways. Maximus Dragonoid Ultra, 6 cost, 1608. Victor, play a rapid fire card in your discard pile for free. Like, no thank you, this is a 6 cost, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 700 B gain for a 6 cost? And like, a Victor effect like that isn't very useful. Like, it gets you some extra damage, cool, but like, that's not what the good rapid fire cards are, so. Not terribly notable of a card. You run it for its base form, not for its Evo. Pyrocycloid Core, this is a 307 with double orange shield. So it only hits 700. It does have an Evo. That is not worthwhile. It's a Diamond Evo, 6 cost, 1013. Only get 700 for 6 cost, just like Maximus Dragonoid Ultra. Not worthwhile at all. Doesn't hit good numbers at all. Don't play this. Pyrus Patrix Ultra. This is a 702 with Helix and Orange Shield, so this caps out at 1300. Why would you, and that zeroes out its damage, why would you not just use Dragonoid Ultra instead? Pyrus Core, this is 502 with Green Fist and Helix, maxed out at 1100, that zeroes out its damage, just use Dragonoid Ultra. Core Ultra, double Green Fist with 505, it's only hitting 650, no thank you. Pyrus Core, so this is double Green Fist, 504, only hit 650. No thank you. Pyrus Ultra does have an Evo though. So Pyrus Ultra is 503 with Magic Shield and Helix, so it has 2 good cores. Hits 1150. That's not very impressive, but and its Evo is a 2-cost Hyper, 704. And when you play this, if this Bakugan has a Baku Gear attached to it, plus 3 energy, it's okay. I don't think there's any deck where it fits into, but this isn't bad. It's okay. Like, as long as you have that Baku Gear attached, its Evo pays for itself. And the double cores are good. But at the same time, even evolved is not hitting very relevant numbers. So not actually that good. Pyrus Nilius Core, this is 601 with double Fire Fist. So this caps at 7 damage or 850 B power. And its evolution is 4 cost, 1205. And when this opens, you may empower the next card you play this turn for free. So this is pretty solid form power decks. It's basically another Leah and Dan to give you more consistency. B power isn't good though. It needs really powerful power cards to make up for that. And like, doesn't have those right now. So Pyrus Nilius Ultra, 503, Flaming Fist and Helix. So that's 1100, but that was 0 its damage, and its Evo is quite bad. 3 costs, 708, and it has the Empower effect to get plus 4 damage, which would only be for the turn you play it. And it only gains 200 B on Evo. Nope. This is very bad. Very bad Bakugan. Pyrus Patrix Core. This is fairly cool. This is a Magic Shield and Flame Fist Bakugan with 401 and Natural Double Strike. I always find Natural Double Strike Bakugan fairly cool, but this isn't hitting any relevant numbers, so it's not worthwhile. Pyrus Patrix Ultra. This is Green Fist, Orange Shield, 801. So it hits 1200, which isn't super notable. Its Evo is a Rapid Fire Evo that barely gives it any stat gain. Very similar to Darkest Hydrus Ultra that we talked about before. It goes up to 906, so it only gains 100 B power, which is, yeah, that's not worthwhile. That's not good enough. Sorry. Unfortunate. Pyrus Rairazu. This is 303, Orange Shield and Green Fist. I have a hunch that this is going to get an epic character card. I have a hunch. This is only hitting 700 and its stats are so below the average. Like, I don't see any way this doesn't get an epic character card. But if it does, we'll revisit it then. For now, it's just trash. Pyrus Skeletor Ultra. This has a Helix and an Orange Shield. 406. And that caps out 1,000. Nothing super impressive. Its Evo is just a diamond. 5 cost for 1,307. Hey, it gains a decent amount of B power, but it's still not getting it to super relevant numbers. Like, that would be worthy of a 5 cost. So, it is not very worthwhile. Pyrus Feral. This is Green Fist and Orange Shield. And 505. Nothing of note. Extremely average stat line. Not hitting any impressive numbers. Pyrus Treacherous Ultra. Green Fist and Magic Shield. 602. Hits 1250. Just use Dragonoid Ultra. Pyrus Trox. So this is Green Fist and Orange Shield. 110. So this is the 10 damage boy for Pyrus. And its Evo is 5 cost to go up to 220. That is way too late for what is a Bakugan that is entirely reliant on damage wins. Which means to actually play this down, you need to wait until you can do like a 7 energy play. To play it while also playing down my Obsidius. It's not very good. It's quite trash, in fact. And there's Bakugan like Kellion and Serpentine Ultra that are able to hit much, like, very similarly impressive damage numbers without the absolute abysmal B power and high energy cost of the evolution. So it's just not worthwhile. And next we have Pyrus Trox Ultra, Orange Shield, Flaming Fist, 503, only hits 900. Nothing impressive. And lastly we have Pyrus Vampirian Ultra, Orange Shield and Helix. Hit it with 603, so it hits 1200 with zeroing out its damage. And just use Dragonoid Ultra. Just use Dragonoid Ultra. Nothing of note, really. So, what is notable in Pyrus? So, Dragonoid Skater Supreme, if Rapid Fire ever becomes a thing. Fire Launcher, because it is very abusable with double core pickups. Dragonoid Ultra, but not its Evo. Just Dragonoid Ultra Space Form, for being the highest base B power in the game right now, and being the premier Pyrus Bakugan to be using. And then in dual cards, if you're paired with Chaos, Pyrobladerator is an extremely good card. Very, very good. Plus 700 for 2. Very good. If you're playing in power, for some ungodly reason, Chaotic Flare and Neon Dan are necessary. Oh, and on that note, I forgot Pyrus Nilius and its evolution are good from power as well. And then if you are paired with Darkus, Dark Rage is a staple for damage win stacks. And Darkus Ash and Shadow Flame are very good enablers for Rapid Fire. Yeah. That's it. That's Pyrus. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for the last of the main factions, Ventus. And yeah, this is Hunter Surge, signing off.